The lie of Eden and the evil deception of God. Don't sacrifice your golden fleece to material lust. Most are familiar with some version of the Eden story. Everything was glorious harmony, then an entity came along, tempting oblivious early humans to learn. They took the bait and everything went to shit. However, a more insidious truth is hidden in the collective scribblings of Abrahamic metaphysics and many other revered texts. The great adversary, the serpent of knowledge, was the thing that God truly opposed. Why? Because God wanted obedience, a planet full of people willing to sacrifice their children, their lives, and their reason in service of this entity. By contrast, the adversary wanted people to question and to learn, to know themselves, to understand the world, to observe its cycles, and to question their suffering. It is sometimes said that the devil's greatest trick was to convince the world it did not exist. That doesn't make it true. Really, the devil's greatest trick was to convince the world that it was God. Now, if we swap the meaning around, we can read much of recorded historical thought in a new light. The use of the word Lord in biblical translation also makes more sense as an entity of control, deceit, and evil. The Lamb of God is the brain that follows, the golden fleece, the brain that thinks for itself. Those shepherded by God are domestic animals, subservient to the whims of beastly desire. They follow in the hope of a meal and for fear of being alone. That a religion of enslavement was birthed in a container for animal feed should be no surprise. But what are these entities? God and Satan, or their many synonyms? Often used in ignorant confusion, the bad one is the animal drive. It seeks to expand through feeding, breeding, and swelling. In service to the gut, that considered good is that which feeds, enables reproduction, and facilitates spread. It is the colonizing force, the desire for profit, arrogant ambition, an addiction to power and status, the lord of greed. The adversary to this ignorant state is knowledge. When we get to know something, we cast light on it, we see it, shadows are illuminated, assumptions about the forms and shapes that persisted there are dissolved. The adversary is the one that asks unerringly until the realization comes. There is no true meaning or purpose to be found in the world of the Lord. It is illusory, its forms and activities driven by a mindless program, the constructed self, entirely in service to the persistence of cyclical misery, the suffering, all for naught. So it is that any society founded on this animalistic lack of knowledge cannot avoid serving ever-increasing helpings of misery and pain, which is to say any society at all. Those sitting behind the gun barrel of a tank, looking out from the mountain, seeking the opportunity to seize land, serve an evil, ignorant God, a beastly desire. Those who invade oil-rich land on false premises, murdering hundreds of thousands of children, equally so. Those intent on increasing their number, who claim superiority and demand obedience, are the false prophets of a Lord of darkness. When you have oil in your lamp, when you have a source of internal light, you are sovereign, subservient to no material form, not even your own. This is the oil of anointment, a bringing in of the source of light, enlightenment, the birth of the Christos, the Christ consciousness. Yahoo comes to Mammon, and it becomes human. The true human does not seek the continuance of a world formed on ignorance and maintained through deceit. The true human lets go.